Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
Starting out, we heard from Adam Driver recently. You know, Adam Driver, Kylo Ren.
Who?
That guy.
Don't remember it.
He was in some Star Wars. Yeah? No? Okay. And he revealed whether he would ever return to Star Wars.
Somehow, Kylo Ren.
Somehow.
Who died? I mean, that doesn't really mean anything, does it?
No. Palpatine's probably already revamping to come back again.
You think he could come back again?
Why not? He's going to be
why
the
not,
villain
really?
of Rey's movie.
Did anything different happen this time than the last?
Hard to say. Well, when asked that question, he responded, "I don't mind at all. This is a filmmaker's environment, so the only thing I'm interested in is working with a great director." What's interesting is, conveniently, he's good friends with Sean Levy, who is writing a Star Wars movie, and they have a recent quote with him that we covered, I believe, where he was asked if he'd be making an Adam Driver, Kylo Ren prequel movie. Prequel movie? Pre-movie.
Prequel.
Not really it is a prequel,
It'd be a prequel,
yeah.
It'd have to be a sequel,
prequel
trilogy
to the sequel.
Yes, that is what it would be.
Yeah, and he kind of joked around and was like, no comment, but, Adam's my boy.
I don't think Adam Driver honestly wants to come back. I think he's, of course, going to not slam the door shut permanently.
Yeah,
and he seems like a pretty polite guy.
He is.
So I don't think he would just flat out say, nah, I would never do that. Especially with his friend who maybe has inquired if he would come back.
What if he comes back as a different character?
Well,
hey,
somehow Kylo Ren has returned
Snoke.
as someone else. But that's a little different. I mean, that was motion capture. And
right. But there's nothing to say that he couldn't.
We don't know for sure that Kino Loy doesn't become Snoke yet.
No, we actually have not had that confirmed.
No, well, we shouldn't have to have it confirmed, but...
What if there's a clone?
A clone of Kino Loy?
No, a clone of Kylo Ren.
Oh.
A Ben Solo clone.
I mean...
Which means he's Ben Duet.
I mean, it's not impossible. I don't think that's a story that anybody's, pining for or would, ever want to see.
Moff Gideon's got a whole room of them.
Oh, God. That would be...
They're
Moff
very
Gideon
young
would...
at this time.
Yeah, he would be
It's the
very
Ben
young.
Solo
Ben would be,
daycare.
4 or 5 years old at this point, so... But why not,
Why not?
Maybe that's the plan. Eventually get his hands on some Ben Solo DNA and that becomes Snoke? I don't know.
Wow, he's his own boss.
Yes. Well,
Then
no,
he kills
because
himself.
Snoke wasn't a real thing. Remember, Palpatine's every voice you ever heard inside your head was me. So
if I hear a voice inside my head, is it actually Palpatine or is it?
probably.
Well, in my case, probably.
Probably because you are the Emperor.
Because it's constantly looking at me and whispering, "Do it."
Yeah, you're the Emperor's hand. You like the Empire a little too much.
Oh, it's a smart system. I mean, they're more.
It's a smart system.
They seem to be more effectual than the New Republic.
I mean, an argument can be made that they were effectual. Yes, but
They were taking names and getting stuff done.
Sure.
An empire
sure.
can work.
Oh, God, we should stop this now.
Sometimes he was just
Stop
a little too
Come
harsh,
back.
man.
I love you.
All right,
You
okay.
liar.
Okay, we'll move on.
Yes, we don't need an empire.
How about a monarchy? Because I could be a queen.
Monarchy, empire, I think they're just different names, essentially. Well, not really, but
Right.
yes. But you get what I'm saying. Neither one sound particularly good.
Yes.
Not in the 21st century, anyway.
All right. Let's change topics here. You pointed this out to me. There was some recent Nielsen report that came out for the end of Ahsoka, beginning of Loki.
Yeah, same week those two came out.
Same week.
A couple days apart. Mm-hmm. So the Loki has a little bit of a...
1 day disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, it is a disadvantage, I
One
guess.
day.
But it should be noted. We're trying to be fair.
It is the return of a beloved character. Their season 2. Everyone loves Tom Hiddleston Loki.
Sure.
Wanted to see what was happening next. And it did not outperform Ahsoka.
No.
Season
I mean, it is the finale of Ahsoka.
Much better than the season opener.
And I think you were all kind of under the impression that Marvel does better than Star Wars. Though, of course, Marvel has had some real duds in the Disney Plus department recently.
Yeah, it really has. Not to mention, I kind of follow some Samba reports. Loki overall has been performing not as well as the Ahsoka series was. Whether it's the season 2 problem, where sometimes season 2s just don't perform the way season 1s do.
Speaking of that actually these numbers include people who are rewatching season 1 too beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
because this did come out later in the week, so there were probably people. I mean, we watched it again.
We did.
So.
We wanted to rewatch Loki ahead of
Yeah.
time. But it is interesting because I just kind of assumed that Marvel at this point was more popular than Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
I just had that assumption. I thought it was more mainstream yet than Star Wars. I mean, they're still putting out movies and stuff. And yet, the Ahsoka series scored higher than the Loki series has been scoring.
Man, that was a long episode of Loki, too. That was like a 50-some minute episode of Loki.
Yeah,
and
it was.
I think the Ahsoka finale was a little less than that. So that's another advantage Loki should have had, because these are just minutes watched, just flat minutes. So, interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, a character that comes out of an animated show is doing better than the live-action Loki.
Which I thought was going to be like a huge thing. I know a lot of people really, really like it. I thought it's been pretty good so far. Season 2's been okay. It's been good.
Right, there's some more twists and turns ready, I'm sure. And
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how it ends. We got a couple episodes, one episode now to go, don't we?
Well, as of right now, yeah. We're recording this right before, like minutes before the 5th episode of Loki drops, so.
I'm trying to speak from the future.
Yes.
Or your present.
Ooh.
Okay, let's move on then to the last story I kind of wanted to talk about today, because I thought it was kind of interesting. Disney is going to be buying full control of Hulu in the deal with Comcast. Now, remember when Comcast and Disney came to an agreement originally when they were divvying out Hulu in a way? 2/3 of it is owned by Disney, with 1/3 of it being owned by Comcast. And this has kind of just been how it's been ever since Disney acquired 21st Century Fox. Bob Iger has even said the acquisition of Comcast's stake in Hulu at fair market value will further Disney's streaming objectives. Now, my understanding was that their streaming objectives, which he had recently mentioned, was going to be to refocus the company on its beloved content brands from Pixar, Marvel, and Lucasfilm, including family and kid fare. Now, how is spending more money on buying out the rest of this streaming service going to equate to improving those brands that Disney has that are on Disney Plus?
I don't know.
Because it's going to be an awful lot of money.
Sure.
Yes. As per the agreement, the two companies, they have to find the fair market value, so they actually have to call in independent experts to kind of assess what the price will be. It's going to get an appraisal. And right now they're minimally guessing that appraisal is going to be around $27.5 billion. And 1/3 of that, it's about $9 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, $9 billion.
Yeah.
That Disney's probably going to have to deal with or pay out for this. And Disney even said, while the timing of the appraisal process is uncertain, we anticipate it should be completed during the 2024 calendar year.
I think they're just obsessed with streaming.
They have decided to, yeah.
They're going all in. What else are you going to do?
Well, they just raised the prices on Disney Plus.
Sure. But I mean, I think streaming is absolutely the future. I don't think there's any doubt about it. I think movies are just going to... The theater, I think it will always be kind of that thing that some people do and enjoy. Mm-hmm. And maybe it'll recover. And I don't think it's doing bad, really. No. I mean, look at Five Nights at Freddy, just killed it at the theater. No pun intended or anything. And we both saw it, and I thought it was fine. I'm not a horror movie fan in general, but I thought it was fine.
I enjoyed it. I liked a lot of the nods it put to the games.
To the games, which I've never played, and you've only watched them play because you're too scared to play them. But
it's just so many jump scares, and I just don't think I'm good at that.
But anyway, I mean, I certainly the future of the movie theater is in doubt, right? So if you're an entertainment company who's been known to make movies, and that's kind of been one of your focuses, you have to look at the next thing. And the next thing is, I mean, the thing that is now really is streaming.
Right.
And I don't think that's going anywhere.
The safety and happiness of their own couch.
Safety, comfort, yes, all of that. You can pause, go to the bathroom. You don't have annoying people next to you. Whatever it is, it's always, and with, as we've talked about before, with home theaters just not rivaling movie theaters exactly, but certainly being still pretty damn good. Mm-hmm. There's less reason to go and spend $50 for a couple people to go see a movie, but you can pay $10-15 a month to have a streaming service and do it at home.
It's just about when you want to see it, because blockbuster movies are still going to the movie theaters first, as they should.
For a minute, I thought you were going to make a comment about Blockbuster. Yeah. That's the point, though, right? You have to change with the times. Like, we had, once upon a time, Blockbusters and renting movies, and that is...
The good old days.
Pretty much 100% dead. Yeah, Redbox. I don't know anybody who does Redbox anymore.
I'm sure they're still out there, and now you can actually download a Redbox app and rent movies.
Yeah.
Without ever going to get the physical discs. Even.
Yeah, it's always entertainment is always moving forward, and unfortunately, theaters are probably going to become that niche thing that some people do, and streaming is the way.
I'm sad in a way that they're trying to get more people to buy the ad service, Because when they start raising the prices, and Netflix has been doing this too, the prices they're raising are the tiers of people who are paying the please don't show me ads subscription levels, because they want us to go, oh, well, this is too expensive now, move into the ad tier, because advertisers are going to be paying out more than the people who are subscribing at a higher cost with the ad-free service.
Yeah, well, it feels like a win-win. If you're willing to pay a buttload more to not watch ads, well, then that's a win, right? And if you're still going to have our service and watch ads, well, then we get the revenue from that too. So it's a win-win.
But the trick is for them that the ad-based services are actually worth more money to them than the ones who are paying more for the not ad.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the whole key, right?
So when you see the prices going up, if you kind of watch, a lot of times it's the ad-based service that will not go up, or it goes up very slightly, whereas the ones that are paying for no ads are jumping much higher. It's just sad because I don't want ads, but
I think a lot of people don't like ads.
But I don't like watching the prices increase, because I know Disney Plus just hiked, and I think that I heard another service was about to hike too.
Yeah, I don't think people like ads, especially when it's something like movies, and they just want to sit down and, uninterrupted, unless they want to pause it themselves. I mean, obviously YouTube is littered with ads most people deal with, which we thank you for, since that's how we make money doing this. But, it is what it is, right? If you're going to watch a 10-minute video, I think you can tolerate an ad or two, because you understand that's going to maybe a small creator like ourselves. But, when it's, when you want to watch a movie at home, you don't want those ads popping up.
No, I kind of like how, what was it, Peacock, how they did it when we watched Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, just one big ad at the beginning.
Yeah, it was like 3 to 5 minutes worth of ads they throw at the very beginning or whatever.
It was like a 2.5-minute ad or something.
But you know what? That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine, because that's when I walk away from the TV and wait till I can get to where I can pause it.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess that's all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think of any and all of today's news, and let's talk some Star Wars. Do you want to see Kylo Ren return somehow or not? Whatever the case may be, leave those comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars, and until next time, thanks for watching.